In this country, tea is available at every corner of the city. How successful is the idea of opening a tea franchise there? Friends, many such videos have been going viral on the internet for the past few days, in which people are seen abusing the franchise owner of MBA Chaiwala, Prafull Billore, and considering him a fraud. More than 28 FIRs have been filed against Prafull, and many of his outlets across the country have been shut down. But the question is that the Prafull Billore, who was considered an inspiration by people a few months ago, why is he so visible to people today? Is MBA Chaiwala really a fraud? Or is it just the result of a failed business model? Will Prafull have to go to jail amidst all this controversy? In today's video, we are going to discuss all these things. Friends, first of all, I would like to clarify that this video is not a personal attack on MBA Chaiwala's owner Prafull, but today we are going to analyze only his business model and find out the reason for its failure. So friends, when Prafull was born on the 14th of January 1996 in Dhar, MP, he belonged to a middle-class family. And just like a typical middle-class family, his parents also wanted him to get a good job. But Prafull always dreamed of doing business and becoming an entrepreneur. At the age of 20, he fails the CAT exam, and he gets the first major setback of his career. Prafull wanted to go to IIM Ahmedabad to do MBA, which was also his father's dream. But due to family pressure, he has to join a private college. But here, Prafull does not feel like studying at all, and on seeing this, he leaves the college. Now friends, let me tell you that Prafull was also working at McDonald's during this time, but he does not like that job very much. And because of this, after working at McDonald's for about 50 days, he leaves his job and opens a tea stall near IIM Ahmedabad. Now on the first day, he does not earn even a rupee, but on the second day, he earns 300 rupees. And in this way, Prafull Billore's tea business begins. Gradually, he becomes popular, and his sales reach thousands. Now Prafull takes advantage of this, and also makes a good brand identity on social media. Along with that, he also starts the franchise business of MBA Chaiwala, which proves to be very successful in the beginning. Today, there are more than 100 outlets of MBA Chaiwala in India, and Prafull's personal net worth is also believed to be more than 25 crores. Along with that, his fan following on social media is in lakhs. Now friends, if we draw the conclusion of this whole story, then a middle-class boy who has to struggle a lot in his life, and whose MBA dream is also not fulfilled, one day he starts his tea stall, and makes this business so big that no one could have imagined. Now every middle-class person can connect with Prafull Billore's story, and he also wants to become successful like Prafull. Prafull put this question in everyone's mind, that if he can be successful, then why not others? Along with that, he also inspired the middle-class youth to do business. But now the big question is, were people really inspired by Prafull? Well, here you and my opinion can be different, but I will not answer this. Because if they were really inspired by Prafull's struggle and his story, then they too would have tried to climb the ladder of success from a small business like Prafull. But they were not inspired by Prafull's struggle, but by his success and his money. And friends, here Prafull has two options in front of people, which further confuses the middle-class youth. Prafull says that either you keep struggling like him, or take his franchise and start earning from the first day. And friends, human psychology is that we always choose the easy way. And here too, people did the same. People took a loan of lakhs from the bank without thinking, and bought the MBA Chai franchise. There was so much hype about Prafull in the market, that people wanted to buy the MBA Chai franchise by paying a lot of money. But friends, in the next few months, Prafull's business model proved to be a huge failure, and people's money was lost. But friends, how did Prafull's business become a failure for people? To understand this properly, we will have to understand the franchise model. So friends, if we talk about the franchise model, then there are four types. The first is COCO, i.e. company-owned, company-operated model. In this, the company also owns the franchisee, and its operations are also in the hands of the company. It means that no third party has any role here. The second is COFO, i.e. company-owned, franchise-operated model, where the franchisee's ownership is with the company, but they give it to a third party to operate. The third is FOCO, i.e. franchise-owned, company-operated model, in which the franchise owner is the owner of the outlet, but the company itself handles all the operations there. And friends, the fourth and last model is FOFO, i.e. franchise-owned, franchise-operated model. In this, the company provides its brand identity, logo, and operational training to a franchise owner, and charges a fixed amount in return. After that, the entire responsibility of the franchise is on its owner, and the company does not take any responsibility for its profit or loss. And friends, the MBA Chaiwala franchise also works on the FOFO model. MBA Chaiwala offers 3 types of franchises under itself, in which instead of 150 SQFT, there is a kiosk model, for 300 to 400 SQFT, there is a dining model, and for 700 to 800 SQFT, there is a lounge model. Now, the cost of a kiosk model is 10 to 15 lakhs, while the total cost of a lounge model can come up to 40 lakhs. In this, the company prepares the franchise owner for the outlet, and provides them with raw materials and machines. Now, as I told you that to buy the MBA Chaiwala franchise, many people took loans from banks of lakhs, and today, the same people are putting videos on social media and accusing that MBA Chaiwala is a fraud. But friends, if you look closely, the mistake here is not of Prafull, but of those people who bought the MBA Chaiwala franchise without thinking about the hype of the market. MBA Chaiwala's business model had flaws from day one, but people couldn't understand it. If Prafull's same business was of coffee, burger or pizza instead of tea, then maybe it wouldn't have failed so badly. But the problem was in the tea business itself. Friends, for us Indians, tea is a very common thing, and most of us must have had tea at least 2 to 3 times. Now, if a guest comes to our house, we make him have tea and breakfast, not coffee or pizza. But on the other hand, if you are going on a date with your girlfriend, or if you are sitting in a restaurant with your family, then you won't even think about having tea. Actually, human psychology sees everything in 2 ways. One is need and the other is want. Need means the things that every person needs, while wants are the things that we want to get or experience. Now, the psychology of need and want is that the more the demand for need, the more the supply of it. Most of us fulfill our needs easily, and that's why we don't take these things seriously. On the other hand, the demand for wants is high, but the supply is not that much. This is why people consider such things as luxury, and are ready to spend a lot of money to buy them. Now friends, whenever we go to Starbucks to have coffee, or McDonald's to eat a burger, then we get a premium experience there. The lighting and overall environment of the franchise of these companies is so vibrant and rich that a middle-class person comes here and feels rich. And this is why we are ready to spend a lot of money here. But this is not the case with MBA Chaiwala. Tea is neither a premium product for us, nor do people feel rich by coming to its franchise. Now, as I told you earlier, most of the people who are influenced by Prafull Billore come from the middle class, who may or may not have done something big in life, but they definitely have big dreams. If we look at Prafull's audience, then 85 to 90% of them are from small towns and villages, while only 10 to 15% people live in big cities. These people who come from small towns, like to drink the tea they get at the corner, which costs 5 to 10 rupees. But MBA Chaiwala is selling the same tea for 50 to 100 rupees, which becomes a premium category product according to the middle class. Now, being inspired by the story of Prafull Billore, people come to see once or twice in the beginning that what is special about MBA Chaiwala. But middle class people are not going to come to drink tea for 50 to 100 rupees every day. Now friends, after watching Shark Tank India, you must have understood that any brand can only be successful when it has a USP, i.e. unique selling point. In simple words, whenever a brand has something that its competitors do not have, then people automatically start getting attracted to that brand. But friends, what can be the USP in the tea business? And why would someone drink the same tea for 50 rupees instead of 10 rupees in a cafe? MBA Chaiwala has only one USP, and that is Prafull Billore and his story. It means that the entire brand identity of MBA Chaiwala is associated with Prafull's personal branding, and such businesses cannot be successful in the long run. Now, if we understand this from an example, then the identity of the bat with the MRF sticker is Sachin Tendulkar and his brilliant game. But if Jasprit Bumrah plays with the bat of MRF, then no one will take any interest in it. We get to see the same with the franchise of MBA Chaiwala. With the face of Prafull Billore, their outlets sell, but in the long run, franchise owners cannot make it profitable. Making videos on social media. MBA Chaiwala's franchise owners are abusing Prafull and accusing him of showing more dreams of profit, influencing people and fraud with them. Now, if you look at it, it is also true to some extent, because he has said in many of his speeches that by buying his franchise, people can sell up to 10,000 a day and earn lakhs a month. But if you look at the ground reality, then franchise owners are not even able to earn 1,000 rupees a day. So now the question arises, can Prafull Billore go to jail for this? And will they have to return the money of the franchise owner? Now friends, as I told you, MBA Chaiwala runs on the 4-4 business model, in which the company's job is to establish franchise investors and they have to provide raw material, infrastructure and necessary training. But after this, there is no guarantee of the company that the franchise will make a profit or loss. Whatever promises Prafull made in his speeches, but in the written document, he did not give any guarantee of profit to the franchise owners. In addition, their franchise fee is also non-refundable, which will not be returned. And friends, the law of any country does not believe in words, but believes in written documents. And in this way, Prafull may have to face some legal issues. So friends, it means that Prafull was on the safe side from the first day itself and he has not technically committed any fraud. Investors, in the greed of more profit, looking at the hype of the market, bought the franchise of MBA Chaiwala and made their own loss. So friends, from this whole scenario, we learn that we should never get emotional and buy anything. No matter what kind of investment it is, we should do complete research before investing in it, we should consult experts, and most importantly, we should not trust anyone blindly. And this is the quality of a successful entrepreneur. Have you ever been to the outlet of MBA Chaiwala or not? And if you have, what did you like there? Do tell us in the comments.